You trot around the world giving seminars. Tell me about your latest one and how it's different.
Yes, I do go around the world giving seminars. I always, when people ask me why I travel so much, I always explain that it is in order to escape my creditors, so that all the people I owe money to don't know where I am and they can't find me. And I do take a childish delight in counting up the number of countries I've spoken in. And I cheat. I always cheat. For instance, I always include Monaco as a country, which I suppose it is. I suppose if you're a Monegasque watching this, you will say absolutely Monaco is a country. But for instance, I will divide the United Kingdom, and I'll say I've spoken in Ireland and in Scotland and in England, and by cheating in this way, I'm able to turn around and say I have now spoken in 47 countries, and so far nobody has complained. What I try to do is constantly improve, do better. And the latest seminar I'm doing, which I've done only once, I've done one version of it to a private audience in London. But the one I'm about to do now is the most comprehensive one-day seminar I've ever done, and it's really quite ambitious. All the previous seminars that I've done have really been about direct marketing. This one is also about direct marketing, but I've tried to include other things that I think you ought to know if you wish to succeed in business today. If you wish to succeed in business today, you must understand marketing. Marketing is something that people talk a lot of rubbish about. A lot of quasi-intellectual stuff is written about marketing, usually by business school professors who have never done any marketing. I spent 50 years doing marketing. I've made every mistake you could think of, and quite a few that you would never dream of thinking of. And I've not just worked in direct marketing, I've worked in public relations, I've worked in the events business, I've worked in the research business, I worked for quite a long time in the classic advertising business. For instance, I made a film about sponsorship for a large American corporation. So I really, without being conceited, I know an awful lot about a great deal of marketing. And it suddenly occurred to me last year that I had never tried to, not just to talk about direct marketing, but to talk about every aspect of marketing, and then try and explain to you why direct marketing in particular is the best marketing for you, particularly in a recession. Particularly in a recession. And I say in a recession because one of the things that makes the difference between direct marketing and other forms of marketing is quite simply that you measure everything. Yeah, you can see an advertisement you're thinking of running to sell whatever you sell, and you can run it, and if you don't measure the results, you have no idea really whether it succeeded or not. Some research last year in America, which is the most sophisticated market, showed that just under 40% of all advertising was wasted. What they meant by that was it didn't produce any result at all. And the reason it didn't produce any result is because it wasn't measured. If you were going to walk from here, where I am, in Devon, in the south of England, southwest of England, and I were to decide to walk to the next village, one of the first things I would start thinking about was, how far is the next village? That's a simple human thing. It is normal, intelligent human beings have a thing inside them that measures things. You know, we want to know what time it is, but we'll go out and spend hundreds of thousands, maybe millions, on this thing called marketing, without measuring, without saying, oh, here we are now, this is what the results we're getting now. What results do we hope to get? Let's measure. So direct marketing is about measurable marketing. And in a recession, when your money is precious, yeah, you have to measure. That's what it's about, to a large extent. There are many other things, but that's the most important thing. And one of the things I'm going to talk about in this seminar, I always talk about this, but it's very important, is what happens if you change things. If something isn't working, say, the most important part of an email is the subject line, the little message at the top, yeah? Apart from one other thing, which is who sent it to you. The first thing you look at, if you think about it, is who sent it to me. And if it's somebody you've never heard of, you may not read it at all. You just go and you delete it. Yeah? But the next thing you look at, assuming you haven't deleted it, so what is this about? You read the subject line. Now, I can think of examples, and one a few months ago, where Alistair, who is interviewing me now, changed one subject line in an email and got twice as many replies. But that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. And can you think of any other business activity where something that costs you no money whatsoever, yeah, can double your profits? Double your profits, twice as much money.